Cooking Today is brought to you by Food Lion and My Essentials Pantry. Get your lion's share.
Okay, time now for a recipe that's lip-smacking good. One of my favorite chefs, Chef Glenn Lyman, joins us now here on the grill. What are we making today, my friend?
Oh, Colleen, it's good to be back. Today I got honey-glazed Creole pork tenderloin and grilled summer veggies. And I'm going to teach you a couple tricks on how to do the veggies just right on the grill.
Okay.
And get this pork to taste really good. And
well, it's the perfect season. That's where all want to grill these fresh veggies we're getting at the farmers markets.
And yeah, and listen, you were a warrior recently, weren't you?
I was.
No one wants to talk about it, but I had to ask you a question. After that, like now today, it's been a couple days. Are you craving anything?
How about some pork and some summer veggies?
That sounds really good to me. Okay, here's what we got. We got this pork tenderloin, and I go to BJ's Wholesale Club for all my meat. I got pork tenderloin. For this recipe, was exactly what I wanted to.
Okay.
But the key is the vegetables. And I walk by the meat department, I go by the produce section, and I see all these big bright colors, and I have to pick. And this is grilled summer veggies. There's no recipe. It's whatever you can get that day, whatever's fresh, whatever's good too. So with the pork tenderloin, I got just a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of G-Cook's Creole sole. You know, I like to put a little sole into it.
Yes, you do.
We don't have a lot of ingredients in everything I do. You know that, Colleen, too. So we want to talk about gluten-free grilling this year. And it's funny because people talk about gluten-free, and I've been doing it for years and never really worried about it, because you get hot dog buns, you get hamburger buns, you got things. But if you're just using basic ingredients, you're going to eat gluten-free no matter what.
That's right.
Watch out for those bottled marinades, those kind of things. Anything you can be pre-mixed sauces.
Well, there's a lot of added stuff in there, right? And that's why you like to make your own.
There's lots of added stuff too. So I make my own seasoning. I got a little bit of olive oil, Creole salt, and we're going to get this right on a hot grill.
Okay.
And we'll get that seared up pretty good.
Gcooks.com is Glenn's website, by the way. Gcooks.com.
That's me. So we're going to let that go on one side, probably about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, just getting good and crusted. And you can see I have some things that have been sitting for a while, but I'm going to show you some things about the vegetables that are so important. I leave them as whole as possible when I cook them. And you know those little skewers, people have kebab night, and you're poking those little tiny things, and it takes about 10 hours. And
it's so time-consuming.
And they rip them right off the stick, and you're like, why did I waste all my time like that? Or you put them on real small, and they fall through the grates, too. So I like to leave them big. I leave them whole as I can. I'm going to put a little bit more salt, a little black pepper.
Well, that's a lot easier then, to leave them mostly intact.
Right, and at the end, before we eat, we're going to cut them into bite-sized pizzas. So it's just going to be easier to eat, too. So I got...
drizzled some olive oil.
Olive oil, yeah, you can toss it around, make sure you get good and coated. If you got a clean, hot grill, that's all you're going to need. And we got lots of what, Colleen? Color.
It's beautiful,
Look at this. They come with their own little handles. Why you got to cut them up and get those little tiny ones and stick them on a stick, and they're popping all over the place?
Mother Nature's amazing,
I love her. She's all right.
Amazing.
So we got mushrooms, and we got zucchini, we got squash.
Glenn, do all these vegetables require different cooking times, or is it about the same for all of them?
You know, they're done when they're done. So you kind of take them, as they get done, I put them up on the top shelf and let them sit there. And
so you just have to keep an eye on them.
That's all you got to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to use this like an oven. So we seared this pork right in the middle on very hot heat. Then we're going to flip it over once it gets good and browner than that. And we're going to shut the lid and use this like an oven.
Okay.
And that's what we do. We have direct heat all the way around it, but not right underneath it. So we're going to use that like an oven.
Very good.
Once it's been a little while, I got some honey, cloister honey from Charlotte, and a little bit of butter. And we're just going to base this on, and then that'll bring a lot more flavor to that pork. And we got a good little fire, too. That's perfect.
Do you have this on a medium heat?
It's hot on the outsides, and now it's about to be off on the middle, because we're going to get all that heat to circulate and cook, too. So that's going to cook it all the way through like you're doing it in an oven. It's perfect.
Okay. About how long does it take to get the pork done?
Until it gets 145 degrees with a thermometer.
All right. You don't want to tell me times for anything.
Well, everyone, when they want a recipe, they want to know exactly how long to cook it, too. So we're going to let those cook. Once those have cooked for a little while over the high heat, you can take them off and put them in a bowl and cover them with foil. Let them just steam on their own juices, too. So it'll be really good.
So good.
It's nice.
Who are you cooking for these days? What do you have going on?
Boy, it's really starting to lighten up, too. The Panthers are getting ready to go back to camp, and Jeff Gordon's got a bunch of races up east, so he's up there visiting. And I cook for my family. My neighbors and friends are always looking over to see what's going on over the stream.
When do we get the invite? I want to come eat dinner with your family.
Colleen, you can come over anytime you want.
I would love that.
Yep, you don't even have to ring the bell.
I'm going to have a special taste tester today. This is my friend who's already out of school, Griggs Blankenberg. Griggs, come on in here.
Griggs.
Griggs is
I
going
like
to be
it. That's a G, isn't it? Gcooks.com.
Griggs, do you like vegetables?
Yes.
Are you just saying that because you're on live TV, or do you really like them?
Some.
Okay. Are you willing to try Mr. Glenn's vegetables here?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right, here's my test. You got to go for the one. I'm going to see which one you go for first.
What looks good to you?
I want to taste this tomato right here.
That's a red pepper, but that's okay.
Red pepper.
And?
Very good.
Very good. It's delicious, right?
Yeah.
Do you want your mom to cook this sometime?
Yeah.
You did a good job. You can keep eating. You can try the pork there too if you want to. If it's, I don't know if it's too big. Again, you can
It's
get
a
this
big boy. You
recipe
can have it.
on our website, WCNC.com/Charlotte today. Glenn's website is gcooks.com. Gcooks.com.
Check it out.
You know how to cook for kids because you've got young children.
I've been cooking for kids since LeBron was 18 years old, so it's the way it goes too. But you're gonna get big and strong one day. Keep eating, keep working, buddy.
This is really good too.
Good. I want to see you eat more vegetables. I want to see you eat onions and zucchini. I'm gonna make you eat the whole thing, Greg. All right.
You're just my guy.
Thank you
I
for
like
trying
it.
the food. Glenn, thank you. It's good to see
Awesome
you as
time.
always.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, our conversation with best-selling author John Acuff. I'm a huge fan of his. He tells us how to get the job of our dreams. It's coming up on Charlotte Today here on NBC Charlotte.
If you don't have access to the internet but would like a recipe seen on today's cooking segment, sponsored by Food Lion and My Essentials Pantry, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Charlotte Today Recipes, 1001 Woodridge Center Drive, Charlotte, North Carolina 28217.